Hello and welcome to our first impressions of Mech Armada. This is a game about creating your very own mechs, customizing them however you like, upgrading them, spawning them into battle, and fighting the deadly swarm, and attempting to eliminate as many of them as possible in turn-based tactical combat. That is not actually on the store page. I was not reading from a script right there. That just came out. That was actually pretty good, not too bad. A good summary of what the game is all about. Wow, I'm actually kind of... Okay, yeah, enough patting myself on the back. This game is actually really, really good, and I wanted to show it to you, so that's why I'm making this video. If you'd like to check it out, there's a link in the description. I'm not being sponsored for this whatsoever. I did receive a game key, though, because, well, you know, that kind of stuff happens, and I like to help out small studios, wherever I can, at least. Anyway, basically, this is all about creating the most powerful mechs that you can while balancing your resources appropriately. So, for example, you can see here that I have two of these regular standard mechs, but these standard mechs have the ability to attack twice instead of just once per turn, and they also have the ability to move after you take an action. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could go here. Oh, well, this is actually kind of bad. Alright. Well, anyway. Basically, if I wanted to, and if I was in range, I could shoot one of these guys, and then I could move afterwards if I still had a movement point to spend. But unfortunately, I don't have that, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to undo that move, because these guys, they're really powerful, as you can see right there. They're really, really powerful, and I'm kind of a bit worried about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move... Oh, yeah, this is problematic, isn't it? Yeah, this is very problematic. Okay, so I'm just going to continue undoing moves, because you can do that as many times as you want, as far as I'm aware. The game is coming out into early access, so obviously there could be a couple of changes that may be made dependent on balancing and so on. So, you know, there's always going to be something that potentially changes, and that might be something that changes. Being able to undo moves in an unlimited fashion might be quite powerful. But anyway, let's end the turn and see what the swarm decides to do. These are new enemies, by the way. I have not fought these enemies before, but as you can see, they are very, very strong, and they are going to absolutely murder me if I allow them to. So let me see if I can actually do something here. So, okay, we could do some pretty nice damage right here. Okay, so I'm thinking we're probably going to move... Oh yeah, I don't even know whether I can even do damage to them at this point. Gonna have to move back. That is still gonna hit me? Okay. Okay, these guys mean business. These guys mean super, super amounts of business. Alright, so let's just do some damage here. And let's move forward here and do some damage to this one. Boom. Yeah, you can customize your mechs however you like I said at the very start. And I customized this one. Basically, it's an airborne, really tanky unit that can resist debuffs. It moves extremely slowly, but it also has a missile launcher, which I thought was really fun, so that's why I decided to go for that. Anyway, we're going to try and shoot at this guy. Unfortunately, I think he's probably going to be able to murder us, but I am going to stand on this resource pad right here. So, I don't know whether you noticed, but this mech down here picked up one of these resources. It's called meta energy. That particular kind of energy is called meta energy, and that can be used for upgrades in between runs. Because this is kind of like a roguelike, but it is not using any kind of card-based mechanics. Instead of using cards to perform your actions, you use energy and mechs, and the mechs are the things that represent your power on the battlefield. So you obviously got to bear that in mind. I'm going to actually move over here. Maybe I can get away. No, that's not going to work. Maybe I can move backwards? Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, fantastic. So, every single mech that you spawn onto the battlefield has a cost. You could see that on the left side here. So, if I wanted to spawn one of the cheapest ones that has the worst weaponry, that's going to cost me 4 energy. But we are going to be gaining some energy after this turn, because this one over here is going to absorb a little bit of energy from that pad right there, and as you can see, this guy is going to take him out. But obviously, that's not really that big a deal because, well, it happens, you know, it happens. But what we can do is hopefully... Ooh, okay, yeah, that's not going to work out too well. Maybe I can do some damage here. Is that going to be a kill, though? It is! There we go. We actually won the mission right there. So the missions that you participate in are scaling in difficulty so far. So every single time you go into a battle, you have a set amount of enemies that you need to kill in that area, and there are different environmental hazards and different energy pads and different items that you can pick up and so on. And then between missions, you get to this screen right here where you can go through to your mechs. So for example, if I wanted to create a new mech, which as you can see, I actually do have the ability to do, but I need a weapon. You see, I need a weapon to be able to do that. So why don't I go through to engineering, and with my upgrade tokens, I can do that. I can go and I can develop a new weapon. So you get a choice between two different randomly selected weapons, and you can see here that this one is called Airstrike. Airstrike hits in one turn. So do bear in mind that obviously because the enemy is going to continue moving around and everything, you might have some difficulties determining where this airstrike is going to hit. And then otherwise we have flamethrower. I think I'm going to be developing the flamethrower because the new mech that I have in mind is a defender mech. Yes, it's a defender mech. As you can see right here, it has 10 HP. It gains +1 armor after being attacked, so it gets even more difficult to destroy. And it is going to be a close quarters combatant. And you can see here that this particular body as well, the defender body that I'm using, has 2 weapon slots. So if I was able to, which cross fingers, hopefully I will be able to in the near future, I will be able to develop another weapon and then use that. And then this mech is going to be an absolute monster. I mean, you can already see that it's actually insanely powerful. It has 15 HP. 15 HP. Now, what you can do also is you can swap out parts however you like. So, for example, if I wanted to change the transport of this particular mech, so if I wanted to change it to mini jet, I could do that. But bear in mind that is going to reduce its health, as you can see right there. It's going to reduce its health, and it's also going to make it cost a lot more energy. So at the moment, I need 9 energy to be able to spawn this mech, but if I switch out this particular transportation method, it will then take 11 energy. So you have to be a little bit strategic about what you decide to do, and so on. So, apart from that, we have the upgrades menu right here. So the upgrades menu, that uses the same things that you use to develop new parts and develop new transportation methods and new bodies and so on and so forth. But the upgrade menu uses that same resource to be able to upgrade the current items and abilities and so on that you already have. So there's also that. Anyway, at the end of every battle, you are awarded resources, and you can spend those however you want in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn one of these guys. Wow, what a beast. What a beast that guy is. And then you can click this little battle button, and that's going to start the next phase. Now, you see this little fog wall at the back here. That is going to, I believe, kill you instantly. I have not tested this out, so don't quote me on it, but yeah, I think it probably will. So we do need to be a little bit careful about that. Anyway, I'm just going to move this guy ahead, move this one ahead. Ooh, these guys are new. All right, this is going to be a little bit problematic. I don't know how powerful these guys are going to be, but I really need to get over to this meta energy, and I also need to keep 1 unit on this energy pad at the back here. You can have a maximum of 15 energy, and hopefully I'm going to be able to maintain that as much as possible. So this is very much a melee range mech. So I might have some problems with using this, but I'm going to have to keep the flying mech where it is, unfortunately, because I need the energy to be able to summon more mechs into the action. However, I am only allowed to have 5 mechs on the battlefield at any one time, so you've got to bear that in mind too. So it's not that big a deal if... okay, I'm going to undo that move actually. But it's not that big a deal if one gets destroyed, because I'm then going to be able to summon another one, because the cost of your mechs goes up dependent on how many of that particular mech you already have deployed. So for example, this really cheap one right here, I can summon that to literally take a hit for me, and it's only going to cost me 3 energy, which is exactly the amount that I gain every single turn at the moment. So if I want a scapegoat, which is what this is exactly giving me right here, boom, So now that means that I can draw this unit in, and I can actually deal some massive damage, hopefully, to it once I do this. Nice. Ooh, that was not a lot of damage. That was not a lot of damage at all. I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. Okay, let's move over here. And let's do a nice little flamethrower. Nice. Look at that damage. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, my mech at the back here is going to die next turn unless I move. So I'm actually going to start moving over now. I still can't use my missile launcher. I could try and attack this. I probably will try and attack it just for the sake of it. Whoa, that was some massive damage right there, yeah. So this mech has the ability to attack twice in one turn, like I said. And it's kind of like a double-barreled shotgun, or just generally, you know, just shooting in bursts. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the most powerful early game mechs that you can use. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, really? I can't. Oh no, I can't save the big guy. Oh, I can't save the big guy. That's actually kind of a shame. Oh no, it died. Yes, it died from the flames. Fantastic. Okay, really happy about that, and I'm also happy about the fact that my really cheap unit was eliminated. I was super worried that that was not going to be the case, but thankfully it is, so we're good. That's it. That's the mission over with, and that's exactly how a mission in Mech Armada works. And as you can see, I gain some more upgrade tokens, I gain some more energy, and then I'm going to get through to this screen once again, and we can develop more and more things. So I'm going to develop another weapon here. Ooh, spawn a gunner drone. The gunner drone has 6 HP, it flies over tiles, can't move to next battle, so obviously it's a temporary unit. That is really useful. I'm going to be taking the gunner drone, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put that on our defender here. So let's do that right away. Where's the defender? There's the gunner drone, there it is. So let's put that on here, and there you go. So now this mech, oh, it's going to cost me 22 energy. Wow, that's actually insane. But bear in mind that if you do add additional parts to your mechs when they're already deployed, they're not going to get automatically updated. You're going to have to do something about that. Oh yes, they don't just automatically update. You're going to have to spend some energy or something like that to be able to get it working. So you can see here that I can currently scrap this guy. I obviously don't want to do that at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spawn another one of these mechs, and it's a boss battle. Oh dear. Oh, this guy has 50 HP. I'm going to die. All right, well, this is going to be kind of interesting. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's just move everyone ahead. And what else does he have? He has a wrecker and he has a hound. Okay, the hound is not going to be too bad for us, I don't think. But everything else is going to murder us. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to have to get this meta energy as fast as possible. Thank you very much. Even if this mech dies as a result of my movement, that is just how it has to be. That's just how it has to be. RNG is completely killing me right now because I was not able to kill the hound, but I would have to have basically rolled the dice and gotten exactly the amounts that I needed, because I'm capable of doing... oh, actually, no, it was just in the middle, basically, but a little bit on the low side, because I'm actually able to do 10 damage total if I roll the best that it could possibly be. But I rolled kind of bad, so it still has 2 HP left. Kind of unfortunate, but I can't really do much about it. Anyway, let's see what else I can do here. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Can I move this over here? Can I actually deal damage to this? I don't think I can. Even if I move it here, I don't think... No, I'm out of range. So I'm just going to undo that move real quick, and let's just move this one over here. And we're just going to basically leave it in this position. This one had to do that for the meta energy. So it's going to die. But that's not a big deal. The boss is going to absolutely wreck us like no one's business. It really is. Okay, let's see what else I can do here. Okay, so this is going to do... Well, it does 6 to 12 damage, as you can quite clearly see. So let's see. Is there anything else I can do here? I can attack this guy. I can attack this guy. I think I'm probably going to attack this guy. Okay. Oh, so unlucky. Really unlucky right there. Okay. I'm going to have to move this one over here. And then this here. What? This one's gonna get killed? Are you serious? Oh dear. I'm gonna spawn something. Yeah, there we go. I think he's still gonna die. If he still dies, this is gonna be really, really bad. Okay, he didn't. Okay, well that's fine. That was a sacrifice. A sacrifice that I was willing to make. Not too bad, not too bad. So now what we can do is we can spawn even more of these guys, and then I can continue to use damaging attacks against the other units. And then we can get right in there, do some flamethrower damage. Oh, it resisted the flames. Oh dear. Well, that's obviously not great. But what else can I do? I'm gonna have to just deal with this. We're getting some more energy. As long as I can continue spawning units right in front of the enemy, that is pretty much all I can do to kind of maximize our damage output, pretty much. So let's just see if I can continue to do that. Unfortunately, it seems as though this enemy is completely resistant to any kind of fire attack, in terms of damage over time effects at least. Okay, I think we got this guy. Next turn, that is it. Next turn, that is a 100% kill, I believe. I think. Please let that be the case. Oh no, that was really bad. That was a really, really bad roll right there. Thankfully, the flamethrower seems to do a flat 6 damage, so there's no variance whatsoever. Same thing with the missile launcher, so you can see here that we were able to eliminate that. And there's the wonderful resources, and here we go. Select an expansion to develop. So you gain a basically what is a passive ability, pretty much. So you gain 1 energy when a mech is destroyed, or gain 1 energy per turn, and you can't gain any energy from tiles. That might be really nice, because that's going to free me up to do all kinds of other things, so I can continue to move around and everything. But personally, I think salvage is probably going to be more powerful, because that is going to enable me to have those sacrificial mechs dying for me, and instead of me spending 2 energy and then only gaining 1 energy if I'm standing on a tile, I'm going to gain 2 energy instead of just gaining 1, because obviously if the mech costs 2 and I generate 3 from the tile, and then I gain 1 from the salvage, then I'm only technically losing 1 energy every single turn, but technically I would be gaining 2 energy because I'm standing on a tile. So I'm going to go for salvage, and that seems pretty good to me, and we're just going to continue onward. Why not? Okay, so now what we can do is we can create more and more mechs and continue onward. So obviously if I want to, I can scrap this guy. I'm actually wondering whether I should scrap this guy or not. Should I scrap him and see what happens? Yeah, I can actually build another one right there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. So now he's got the drone. Now he's got the gunner drone that I can actually use on the field of battle. Now this is a much more difficult fight, as you can quite clearly tell. So this is maybe going to be a bit too difficult for me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's just end the turn right there. And let's see what these guys end up doing. Oh, they move really, really slowly. That's good for us. That is really, really good for us. Thankfully, I have a flying unit as well, so the flying unit is going to be perfectly fine to go wherever we need them, wherever we need them to go, that is. And, yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to have some issues. Going to spawn the gunner drone right here. Can I attack right now? Yes, I can. It's going to die, though. It's going to die almost immediately. Can I use that multiple times? I'm actually not entirely sure. I'm just testing it out right now, see what it actually does. The missile is too far away. But if it dies, then I gain 1 energy, right? Yeah, I gain 1 energy. That's pretty good. Did I use any energy to spawn this? I didn't. So that's basically free energy for me. That's really interesting. Huh. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with that then. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Actually, I guess that's okay. Didn't really want to do that, but alright. Let's do a nice little... Oh, these guys resist flames all the time. Oh, how annoying. Okay, well, hopefully my defender is not going to take too much damage. Wow, 10 damage. Okay, that is very expensive. Okay, let's do more damage. Can I not get into range here at all? Oh my. Well, this is gonna be bad. My guy's dead. Quite clearly dead, as you can see. Ooh dear. Okay. And my other one was killed by the wall at the very back there, so that's not good either. I think this might be it. I think this might be it, friends. We might be dead. But that is not too bad. That is not too bad, because it will then give me the opportunity to show you the in-between menu, if you know what I mean. So after you die, there is actually another menu there that gives you a variety of different options. And that's going to be hopefully kind of interesting to show you. So I'm going to hopefully be able to do that after this. Ugh, why didn't they kill the most useless one? Oh well, good damage right there, not too bad, but this flying one is going to die. From the fog, actually. Yep, there you go. I completely misplayed that all over the place, but that's okay. That's actually fine. That's actually fine, because as you can see, you gain experience every single time. Every single time you end a run, and you can see here, win more battles to unlock this part. So there are huge amounts of different parts that you're going to be able to unlock as you go through the game, and you're also going to be able to spend the meta energy. So for example, this is exactly what I was talking about. You can come to starting mechs, improvements, parts list, the swarm. So for example, you can see exactly what kinds of abilities these things have. You can see what kind of HP they have, and so on. So you can be a little bit more prepared the next time that you go into the game. And this is the parts list as well. So if you want to do some research on what you could potentially get access to, then that is that for you right there. So otherwise, you can also edit your starting mechs. So if I wanted to, I could completely change all of this around. I probably would do something like having a one cost energy mech that is purely for sacrificing. So something that doesn't even have a weapon. Something like that would probably be really, really useful. And then obviously you have these things right here where you can increase the amount of energy, the maximum energy that you have. You can recover up to 2 energy when scrapping, and you can start a run with different credits, and starting run with different energy levels, and so on. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can unlock here. Personally, if it was me, and obviously this is early access, so I'm going to suggest something here. I don't think these upgrades are really good. I feel like what should happen with the energy storage, at least, this might imbalance the game's difficulty though, but in my opinion, I feel like this upgrade is just not even worth it, because it only increases your energy by 16, and I've only collected 5 meta energy. So personally for me, because maybe I'm not the greatest player at this game, I mean, I'm quite clearly not, but it's going to take me an insane amount of time to be able to unlock anything really exciting. So I personally feel like increasing the maximum energy to 20, to 25, to 30, etc. every single upgrade, instead of just by 1, that would probably be much more fun. But that is obviously just me. So who knows? Maybe you think differently. If you'd like to check out Mech Armada, then there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.